friends, we are from Group 1 Class 3B, Diploma for Industrial Chemical Technology. Let's meet with our group members. Afif Chaifuddin, Arin Wilujeng, Aziza Ladini, Eno Budi Triatmaja, Salsabila, and Yasi Priska. We will explain the process of making bottled drinking water for Tuyoqu products on our campus at Politeknik of Malang. Enjoy our video and don't forget to give us feedback.
Are you curious about how Tuyoqu mineral water is made? Well, you're in the right place because we, Group 1, are about to take you on a filtration journey. Get ready to dive into the world of mineral water production and see how we filter out the impurity to give you the best quality of water. In the first stage, macrofiltration is performed using crystal bio, ceramic sand, and activated carbon filter. Crystal bio is a biological filter media that helps to remove organic matter and debris. Ceramic sand is used to remove larger particle and suspended solid, while activated carbon is effective in removing chlorine, volatile organic compound, and other impurity that affect the taste and odor of the water. Together, these filters work to ensure that the water is clean and safe for consumption. Each filtration tube has a maximum pressure, temperature, and vacuum pressure. During the filtration process, particles are filtered from the large to the small size. We can monitor water parameters such as temperature, conductivity, and TDS on the monitor above the filtration unit. In the second stage, microfiltration is carried out using 0.5, 0.3, and 0.1 micrometer filter. The water from the first filtration stage is checked for conductivity, temperature, and TDS before being sampled and collected in the first storage tank. The third stage involves the second microfiltration with 6 filters of 0.5, 0.3, and 0.1 micrometer. The purpose of the second microfiltration is to remove any remaining contaminant from the previous filter. The water is then divided into 2 branches, one for filling and the other for reserve. Before the filling process, there is a sampling point that needs to be analyzed. In conclusion, the filtration process of Tuyoqu ensures that the bottled mineral water is free from impurity and contaminant.
The second process in Tuyoqu's production is filling. We will get you through the step-by-step process of filling the bottles. Maintaining proper hygiene practice is an essential step in ensuring the safety and quality of the mineral water that is packaged under the Tuyoqu brand. Before entering the filling room, it is important to follow a series of precautionary measures that can help prevent contamination. These include washing your hands thoroughly with soap and water, followed by drying them with the provided towel. Additionally, you should wear gloves to minimize the possibility of contamination and use alcohol to disinfect the hands and other surfaces. Once these measures have been taken, and you are ready to commence the filling process. The first step is to prepare the bottles that will be filled with water. This involves checking the quality of the bottles and ensuring that bottles are clean and free from any debris or foreign substances.
After the bottle have been prepared, the filling process can begin. On the monitor, you will see a conveyor button that needs to be pressed to activate the equipment. Once the bottles are placed on the conveyor, they will be automatically washed to further ensure their clean lines. Once the bottles are clean, they will move on to the filling process, which involves the careful dispensation of the mineral water in the bottles. After the filling process is complete, the bottle will be advanced toward the next stage of the process, which involves the automatic closing of the bottle caps. At this stage, it is important to ensure that the bottles are properly labeled and checked for any defect. Finally, the bottles are ready to be packaged. This concludes the process of filling mineral water in Tuyoqu brand packaging. By following these steps carefully and consistently, we can help ensure the safety and quality of the mineral water that is packaged under the Tuyoqu brand.
Before you can start packaging the bottles, you'll need to measure them accurately. Here are the steps to take. First, weighing the box using a weighing scale to ensure that the boxes are not overpacked. Second, measuring the diameter of the bottle cap using a vernier caliper. It's important to ensure that it fits properly and securely into the bottles. Third, measuring the height of the bottles using a ruler. This will ensure that the bottles are of the correct size. Fourth, measuring the thickness of the bottle cap using a vernier caliper is important because it can affect the overall functionality and performance of the product. Fifth, measuring the diameter of the bottle cap using a vernier caliper to ensure that the cap of each bottle fits properly. Sixth, measuring the height of the bottle cap using a vernier caliper to ensure that it fits properly into the bottle and provides an effective seal. 7. We have to measuring the outer diameter of the bottle to ensure that the bottle is the correct size, and we have to use vernier caliper to measure its outer diameter. 8. Measuring the thickness of the bottleneck with a vernier caliper because it can affect the bottle strength and durability. And the next, we have to measuring the inside diameter of the bottle using a vernier caliper. This will ensure that the bottle is consistent in size and shape throughout its length. The next is we have to measuring the height of the bottleneck using a vernier caliper because it can impact how tightly the cap or closure seal into the bottle, which can affect the quality and safety of the contents. Next, we have to measuring the inside diameter of the bottleneck using a vernier caliper to ensure that the correct size of cap or closure is used. We have to measuring the outer diameter of bottle of the neck using a vernier caliper to ensure that the bottle is compatible when it's intended use. We have to measuring the thickness of the bottle using a vernier caliper because the thickness of the bottle can affect its ability to withstand various external forces. Finally, we have to measuring the depth of the bottle using a vernier caliper to determine the amount of product that can be contained in the bottle. Record all the measurements for each bottle for future reference in the report. Once you have measured the bottle, you can start packaging them. Here are the steps to follow. Wait the bottles to come from the filling process on the conveyor. And we have to check each bottle for damages before packaging them. Insert 24 bottles into each box. Use clear tape to seal the box tightly. Write the appropriate information on the label provided. By following these steps, you can ensure that each bottle is measured accurately and packaged properly. To sum up, measuring different types of Tuyoqu packaging is crucial for ensuring the quality and integrity of the product. We hope that our presentation has been informative and provided valuable insight for all of you. Thank you for your attention. See you in our next video.
Hey there, friends! Are you ready to dive into the analysis process? Our Group 1, is here to take you on a fun-filled journey through the process of analysis. We will take you through the steps of analyzing production samples of Tuyoqu bottled mineral water. So, grab some popcorn, kick off your shoes, and get ready to have a blast with us. During the sample process, it is crucial to take aseptic samples using fire, and followed by spraying alcohol. The following are the sampling points that need to be analyzed. 1. Filtration 1, 2. Filtration 2, 3. Filtration 3, 4. Filtration 4, 5. Ozone, 6. UV1, 7. UV2, and the last 8. Raw water.
Take each sample to be analyzed for the presence of microba. 1. We measure the TDS total dissolved solid value of each sample using a TDS meter to determine the concentration of dissolved solid present in the water. By measuring the TDS value, we can assess the quality of the water and ensure that it meets the required standard for safe consumption. 2. Measure the pH value of each sample using a pH meter because it gives an indication of the water acidity or alkalinity. Measuring the pH level of each sample helps to ensure that the Tuyoqu brand mineral water is within the acceptable pH range for safe consumption and other use. 3. Measuring the turbidity value using a turbidimeter. Before measuring the sample, calibrate the device and clean the cuvette with a tissue to avoid affecting the results. Measuring the turbidity is important because it indicates the level of clarity of the water. For samples that will be analyzed for the presence of microbe, use media such as Na, Pseudomonas, and E. coli. Pour the sample into the petri dish aseptic seal. Mix it with the media to determine if there are bacteria present in the sample. Don't forget to label each petri dish. All work should be done in a laminar airflow to minimize bacterial contamination. Wrap the petri dish with paper and incubate them for 124 hours. Observe the petri dish to determine if there is any growth of bacteria. We need to analyze for the presence of microba in bottled mineral water to ensure that it is safe for consumption. Some microba, like bacteria, can cause health problem if consumed in large quantity. By testing for the presence of microba, we can ensure that the mineral water is free from harmful bacteria and safe to drink.
Thus, the explanation of the production of mineral water brand Tuyoqu. Hopefully this can help you understand the process of making bottled mineral water. If there is an error, we apologize. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.